Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. All are fine? Okay. Now we start the lesson from the civics part. The civics part, we are studying the fourth lesson, forms of government. The forms of government already completed most of the topics. Some more left that we continue today. Before that, I will recall some of the points from the previous class. That is, government, forms of government. Government refers to executive function of the state. The government execute the functions of the state. That is forms of government. The function of the government is executing the functions of the state. This government has three organs. Already we have seen the three organs of the government. That is legislative, executive and judiciary. Legislative make laws, execute the laws, and the judiciary is the independent organ. Like these three organs of the government. Then we have seen the four important forms of government, that is unitary form, federal form, parliamentary form and presidential form of government. Like these four forms we have seen. In that we have seen about the unitary form. Unitary form means only one government that is at the center. It is possible that some of small countries, even example Britain, France, Sri Lanka, these are the countries have the unitary form of government. Then some of the merits of the unitary form of government we have seen, and demerits also. Then the next we have seen about the federal form of government. Federal form, that is state and the center and the state. Center and the state. Two government will be there. The powers are divided in the center to state. Center to state. The powers are divided. In that we have seen merits and demerits of the federal form of government. Then next we are going to see about the parliamentary form of government. The parliamentary form of government practiced in India. Our country practiced the parliamentary form of government. Now we are going to see the parliamentary form of government. Most of the government are the democratic form of government. The democratic form of government, parliamentary form is very common. Even our country, India, also follow the parliamentary form of government. The parliamentary form of government classified, the government, modern government are classified into parliamentary and the presidential form of government. That is on the basis of the nature of relationship between the legislative and executive. On the basis of the nature of the legislative and the executive, the government is divided parliamentary form of government and the presidential form of government. The parliamentary form of government, executive is responsible to the legislature. Executive is responsible, answerable to the legislature. The parliamentary government is also known as a cabinet government or responsible government. Cabinet government or responsible government. The parliamentary form of government is responsible government. Responsible government. More responsibility has. The parliamentary form of government has more responsibilities. So it is called responsible government. Some of the importance of this parliamentary form of government. Here mentioned some of the importance of parliamentary form of government. That is features of parliamentary form of government. Nominal and real executives. The executive, nominal and real executives are there. Nominated and elected members are there in the executive. And majority party rule. Parliamentary form of government, majority party rule. In the election, which party gets majority seats in the parliamentary election, that party will be the ruling party. Collective responsibility. It has the parliament has collective responsibility. It is a responsible to the people, to the country. Dual membership. It has double membership. Leadership of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister lead the country. The administration are led by the Prime Minister. Our country also has the Prime Minister. He is the head of the executive. He is the head of the executive. Real powers vested in the Prime Minister. Merits of the parliamentary form of government. So here also some merits and demerits are mentioned. What are the first here mentioned the merits of the parliament? Harmony between the legislature and the executive. There is a unity. Unity between the legislature and the executive. Responsible government. It is more responsible. Parliamentary form of government is more responsible government. It prevents dictatorship and wide representation. Based on the population, representations are given based on the population. Based on population. It is a wide representation it has. Then demerits of the parliamentary form of government, unstable government. The parliamentary form of government is unstable. The government is elected for 5-year term. Sometimes before the 5-year term the government will fall. It is unstable. Normally the government is elected for 5 years. Sometimes the government will fall before the 5-year term, because it is unstable. No continued policies. The government, when the government changes, sometimes once in 5 years the government may change. When the government changes, the policies of the government also changes. So, no continuity of policies. Dictatorship of the cabinet. Cabinet has the full power. So that is dictatorship of the cabinet. It has got more powerful. Cabinet has more power than the other parliamentary members. The cabinet members has more power. That is dictatorship of the cabinet. Against separation of powers. Sometimes it is against the separation of power. These are all the points given about the parliamentary form of government, then the presidential form of government. This parliamentary form of government and the presidential form of government based on the nature of the relationship between the legislature and the executive. Now we are going to see about the presidential form of government. It is also known as non-parliamentary or free fixed executive system of government. It is a non-parliamentary or fixed executive system of government. This presidential form of government we can find USA, Brazil, Russia, Sri Lanka. All these countries we can see the presidential form of government. What are the importance of the presidential form of government? President is the head of the state. He occupies the ceremonial position, highest position. Government in the government, president occupies the highest position. He is elected by the electoral college. Not directly elected by the people. Elected members of the people is elected. That is electoral college fixed for the tenure of 4 years. Presidential election will be held normally once in 4 years. The American President Donald Trump's tenure 4 years is going to complete, so the next presidential election going to take place in America. The candidates are selected for the election. There the two-party, America is an example for a two-party system, ruling party and opposition party. The ruling party is now Republican Party, opposition party is now the Democratic Party. So next time maybe change the government because the election going to take place in America. Sometimes the Democratic Party will become the ruling party sometimes. The president is elected by the electoral college for a fixed tenure of 4 years. The president governs with the help of the cabinet, governs the country with the help of the cabinet or smaller body called kitchen cabinet. Cabinet members will be there. They are also called, they are the small group. It is called kitchen cabinet. The legislative, executive and the judicial powers of the government are separated here. It is in the parliamentary form of government we have seen the executive is responsible for the legislature. Here the executive is not responsible to the legislature. Here all the three organs are separated. The presidential form of government, all the three organs of the government are separated, not like a parliamentary form of government. The parliamentary form of government, the executive is more responsible to the legislature. This is one of the difference between the parliamentary form and the presidential form of government. Here also mention some of the merits and demerits of the presidential form of government. First, it is given about the merits of the presidential form of government. Democratic, it is more democratic. Presidential form of government also democratic government. Modern governments all democratic form of government. So the presidential form of government also democratic form. Executive controlled by the president. Executive is controlled by the president of the country. Facilitate decision making, state government. These are all some of the merits of the presidential form of government. Now we are going to see about demerits of the presidential system of government. There are some demerits. Can degenerate into dictatorship. The presidential form of government, the democratic form of government, it is also a democratic form of government. Sometimes it can turn into the dictator form of government. It is a strained relationship between the executive and the legislative. There is the executive is not answerable to the legislative. It is a strained relationship, very narrow relationship between this executive and legislature. Lack of harmony, no unity. There is no unity, lack of unity between the legislative and the executive. There is a lack of unity between the executive and the legislative in the presidential form of government. Then they have given the difference between the parliamentary form of government and the presidential form of government. Already we have seen about this when it is about this parliamentary form of government and the presidential form of government. It is also a question of answer of this one paragraph question, that is the second paragraph question, and second distinguish also. So we can mark that answer. Distinguish between second one, parliamentary and presidential form of government. For that you can mark this answer. That is page number 2, turn that page number 269. Under the heading difference between the parliamentary form of government and the presidential form of government. First we mark that second distinguish. I will tell you about that presidential form of government, explain once again. This full you have to mark for that distinguished. President is directly elected by the people. The presidential form of government. President is directly elected by the people. President is supreme. That presidential form of government. President is supreme. In America, Donald Trump is the president of America. He has got supreme power. Separation of powers, legislative, executive and judiciary, all the three powers are separated in the presidential form of government. Independent branches, all the three organs are independent. No organ is responsible to one another. President, head of the state. President is the head of the state. He is the head of the government. He has got the individual leadership, not accountable to Congress. President is not accountable, answerable to the Congress. These are all about the presidential form of government. Then the parliamentary form of government. Prime Minister is from the majority party in the election. In our country, the Prime Minister is there. He is one of the leader of the party. That party won the majority seats in the parliamentary election. The last parliamentary election, BJP party won majority seats in that. So, Narendra Modi, as the leader of that party, he became the Prime Minister of India. So, Prime Minister is from the majority party. Central legislature is supreme. Central government, central union cabinet is supreme. For all the 29 states, there is one government at the center, that is central government, union government, that is supreme. Absence of separation of powers, centralization. Absence of separation of powers, centralization. Powers are separated. Legislative, executive and judiciary powers are separated. Independent branches with the overlapping of function. Independent branches. One branch cannot control other branch. President is head of the state. President also there. He is not real executive, nominal executive. He is nominated. He is not elected by the people, so he is a nominal executive. Prime Minister, head of the government, is the head of the government. He is elected by the people. He is more powerful than the minister. He is the head of the cabinet. Collective leadership. He has got the collective leadership. Collective and individual responsibility. Yes. The Prime Minister has the collective and individual responsibility. So, this is all the difference between the presidential form and the parliamentary form of the government. So, this difference distinguish answer. You have to mark this answer. Then answer in details. First one we have marked already. Second one, write about the presidential form of government and what is the difference between the presidential and parliamentary form of government. This answer we have to mark. That is page number 268. Heading presidential form of government. Heading. There is one small paragraph. That small paragraph to be marked. Presidential form of government is also known as non-parliamentary or fixed executive system of government, basically built on the principle of separation of powers and is prevalent in the USA, Brazil, Russia, Sri Lanka, among others. This para to be marked. This para you have to mark, and also you have to mark the difference between the parliamentary form and the presidential form of government. That distinguished answer we marked. No, the same you have to mark this paragraph also. This also you have to mark. So almost all the answers I have given. I think the distinguish between first one unitary and federal form of government are marked. That is page number 268. Difference between the unitary form and the federal form of government. That to be marked for that answer. That is distinguish first one. And then give short note on unitary form of government. That is page number 266, unitary form of government. Already I told you to mark under the unitary form of government, that first para and that examples. A unitary form of government, a unitary state is sovereign state governed as a single entity. The central government is the supreme, and the administrative division exercise only powers that central government has delegated to them. Example: England, France, Japan, Sri Lanka are examples of unitary form of government that to be marked. Then answer the following, list out the types of constitution. That is page number 266, types of constitution heading. We have marked already. That picture it is shown. Then what are the merits of the federal government? Merits of the federal government. That is page number 267, merits of federal form of government heading. 6 points. 6 points you have to mark. Already I told you. Then write down the differences between unitary form of government and federal form of government. Already we marked that distinguished first one. The same answer you have to mark this question also. Then answer in detail. First one, write about the merits of unitary form of government. That is page number 266, merits of unitary form of government. About 6 points. 6 points you have to mark for this detail, first one. Then the second one we have completed. So totally all the answers we have marked. All the answers we have marked from this chapter. Okay, you learn the next class all these one words, that is fill in the blanks and the distinguish Okay, thank you. I have completed.